Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Throwing on first down, Wilcox. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line to know. Thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because for 4 already, I think He's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that went a little too high as it's not. Knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
Now a give, right side. Lincoln. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing after the interception. Wilcox, he finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Off play action. Wilcox. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet.
I absolutely.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 59. Yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
To throw on second down, Wilcox. He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilcox. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball. Free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, spinning away.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll be marked as a 20. 7-yard pickup.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down, Wilcox. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have... The Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask them to take a closer look at this call, and out comes a challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
On first down, Lincoln. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, Lincoln, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pick. First down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Yeah, let's get set launch.
On second down now, Streeter. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 35. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try the left side. Lincoln, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated?
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina as the offense comes out here, Charles. Remember, they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On second down, Lincoln. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilcox. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the
Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting... This one across the 40. They'll run on first down. Lincoln, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Wilcox. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw this.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Wilcox. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he goes out right around the 39.
43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
On 1st and 10, Wilcox.
He'll get this to Bell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
2nd and 2.
They'll try the left side. Lincoln, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilcox.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great... play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Wilcox. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. The Patriots get a vital win there as they move to 8-7 with 2 games left to go. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The home teamers have seen their season go from bad to worse, but they did show up for this one, as they upped their mark to 3-12 with the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Woodson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-linemen to make the play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Inside handoff now, Miller. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Up the middle they go. Woodson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So That time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Wilcox. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They'll try the left side. Lincoln, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Wilcox. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the... ball just 5 times.
Ready, break. Undercross, 52 blaster. Claws rank.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Wilcox. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Nifty move.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On first down, it's Weaver.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilcox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try the left side. Lincoln, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run on first down. Lincoln, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there to... That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here on a... Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wilcox. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Operating from the gun. Wilcox. Quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On 1st down, Lincoln. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get. The third down conversion.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Miami set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a run. Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Green Jack. Smash. Smash. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Back to throw. Wilcox. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Hey. 4 down. Shift. Let's go.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Well, things obviously. Not going their way, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, You got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on first down. Wilcox. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wilcox. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Wilcox. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Up the middle they go. It's Hughes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run on first down. Woodson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, it's Weaver. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Hughes. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Up the middle they go. Woodson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down now, it's Hughes, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season, and congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.